Hi, it's Lauren Bovair, artist here. Today we're going to be doing a studio tour for the year 2017. I guess this could be an art room. I don't really care what you call it, but let's jump right into the video and get started. I'm going to work my way up, around, and then down around. So, like I said, let's jump into it. Okay, starting over here, these cabinets, which are all along the top, are actually kitchen cabinets that have had the door removed and have been painted gray. I wanted my desk in the middle to stick out, so that's why we have them painted gray. This desk was custom built by a contractor. I designed it, so basically I told him this is what I want and he built it. So, getting into what's on the shelves. These are some like scholarship binders, and the orange one I believe has some sheet music in it. And then these here are my lesson plans for my students. As I'm studying to be an art teacher, I'm not sure if I've ever mentioned that on my channel before, but yeah, I'm studying to be an art teacher. So those hold my lesson plans that I might want to use in the future or have used in the past. So moving on to this box here has shells in it, which I do use for still life sometimes, and I like to keep them because I found them and they're mine. But in this basket, which I'm just pulling down now, it has some pencil cases in it. This is just like a plastic one from Target. This is like a bag that my Kate Spade purse came in. This is a fringy pencil case from Target. This one is a glitter one from Target, which has an ink stain on it. This one is like some kind of funky like tribal print from Target. This is a Blick clear one. And this one is like a zipper one that my mom got me. I have no idea what it's from. I've never used it, so there it stays in this basket. So moving on to this shelf, it's like a memories type of shelf. Nothing interesting. Just like a gift my aunt gave me from a craft fair, and ceramics thing I made, high school memories, prom stuff. Nothing interesting. This is my printer, which came with the camera that I'm using now. It's a Canon printer. It's a Pro 10. I can leave a link to it in the down bar. It does a job for me. This is a reference of my hand to the size, so it's pretty large. On top of it, I have my wallet and a 3-hole punch. My wallet's typically not on there, but it does a job for me. And then here I have just regular office supplies and my headphones for my iPhone. Tape, stapler, paper clips, a little bowl that was given to me by my boyfriend's mom, I think, and this is a Stitch lip balm with some hair ties and stuff, some lotion, the mic I use, which I need to upgrade, some pens with flowers, my calendar with some concert tickets to Lewis Watson that I just got in the mail today, another calendar up there, Van Gogh. And as you can tell, I live in a basement apartment, so the window is kind of high, and I have a shelf from it, so I use that to put plants on so they can get some sunlight, and I can have some life down here. This is like an art inspiration, art teacher from my professor, which I enjoy having next to my computer. Here's my computer. It's an iMac. I think it's a mid-2011, maybe 2010. 21.5 inch. I have Photoshop and like the Creative Cloud on there, so I do a lot of that work too. Here's some like prom pictures with me and my girlfriends, and a bunch of Tsum from Disney. Picture of me and my boyfriend, and prom picture of me and my boyfriend. Underneath the computer is a monitor stand from Target, and this little caddy type thing, pencil holder, from Target as well. So that's kind of boring. Who cares? And then over here I have my Logitech Fox mouse type thing that goes with my iMac. And then this is a pencil caddy with like an eraser, staple remover, some memory cards. There's some coupons and tissues and Tic Tacs and flash, like just random stuff there really. And in here I have like scholarship information and transcripts and just a bunch of stuff that is personal that I'm not going to show you. And here is my Wacom Intuos tablet. It was like the cheapest one because I'm not really a huge digital person but needed something. And here's my Epson photo scanner. It's the Perfection V550 Photo. It gets the job done for me. I really like it. It just opens up like this and it scans right into my MacBook or my iMac. And over here I have a lot of art supplies. A majority of my dry mediums. So I'll get into that in a minute. I just want to show you these. This is my sister-in-law and my boyfriend. And then I put prints that are ready to go here after I printed them over there. My printer used to be in between here, but the cord wasn't long enough, so long story short, it's over there now. But anyway, this is Lily Pulitzer plate that my friend Mitchell got me for Christmas, and I really love it so much. It's like this print by Lily Pulitzer is probably my favorite print, and the artists that work for Lily Pulitzer are like, they paint in the dressing rooms and stuff, and I just love it. If I wasn't going to be an art teacher, I probably would want to be a designer for Lily Pulitzer. And I just have some random like knickknacks on here, my student ID, a remote for my fireplace, and some safety pins, just random stuff on there. It's more like a decor thing, it's pretty. And then I have a Lily Pulitzer bag and an anthropology bag that are just too pretty to throw away. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but too pretty. And then this is like a vintage soda pop, soda container that was used. My dad had it and he gave it to me and I just kind of cleaned it off and then put mason jars in it. And then I put different pens in them. So like, say I want to use these pens, I can just take the mason jar and bring it to my desk. It's really great. I'm going to make a blog post on it probably. You could probably take like those wine crates that come unstained at like Michael's or Target and cut off the top, and then you could have a shallow box like this if you can't find one of these vintage ones, but I bet you can find one of these on eBay or in antique stores. I know in New England antique stores are really popular, so they might not be as popular where you live, but definitely eBay. So I'll show you guys what I have in here. These are Faber-Castell pens with a couple Sharpie fine liners, and microns. These are warm and cool Sharpies, and these are just like no-name jelly brands or jelly pens that I got on Amazon. These are the warm, cool, and neutral. These are Conte Paris pastels, and then a couple empty mason jars. These are the few jelly rolls I have. These are dip pens with the other nibs down there. These are actually, these are watercolor pencils. These are Conte pastels, sorry. And these are general pastels. And these are white charcoal and black charcoal. And then these are all my Prismacolors here. These are the color splendors, the neutrals, the warms, and the cool Prismacolors. So I have a couple mason jars free for that, but I really love this. It's a great solution. Like, if I want to take my jelly rolls, I can just go over to my desk and take them. So yeah, it's great. It's great. I really love it. And it's like aesthetically cute. Like, I don't know, I like it. So you guys should try that in your studio and send me pics, tweet me pics. So here I have a picture of me and my boyfriend and a tripod and my swing arm paper cutter, which I just have some like school stuff that some printed out inspiration. And before I get too far, I'm gonna hit these shelves up here. I just have some art books, textbooks, some scrapbook paper that doesn't fit in my drawers that I'll show you in a few minutes, and some old sketchbooks. So yay, that's not too interesting, but I'm not gonna go over every book. But here I have some pop Disney characters, Rapunzel and Stitch, my favorites, some laptop cases. This is white charcoal and black charcoal. This is the box of the Conte pastels that I was talking about, and these are the Conte like chalk ones. I'm not going to be able to fit them back. I'm not going to play with that. My Prismacolor boxes, which I keep because, you know, they're good storage. And then this is a Rembrandt pastel set with 60 half chalk pastels, and these are a bunch of stickers there. Down here I have some spray paint, glaze, decoupage, Mod Podge, acrylic, craft paint, you name it, it's here. Here I have a picture of me and my friend Charlene Jimena at prom. We all kind of like coordinated dresses, which wasn't planned, but it was such a fun night. Here I have some, what do you call it, printer paper, like photo paper, some matte paper, some gloss, and there's some large ones back there because my printer is large, as I mentioned, and some cardstock. Those binders are empty, and up here is a bunch of electronic stuff, wires, boxes, you know, you name it. I got it up there. I think I even have a Kindle up there that I haven't used in ages. And then I have this cute little saying that I found in the Target dollar bin. It says, "Teachers plant the seeds of knowledge that lasts a lifetime." And I thought that was so cute, and it looks cute too. So yeah, those are those shelves up there. So moving on, next to it I have a pegboard, which, as I mentioned before, my contractor, I designed this and he did it, but it was his idea to frame it and make it look really nice, which I'm so glad he had that idea because it looks so clean and so nice. I don't really have that much on it. It's, I still have room to grow, and in here I have like the extra things that I bought, which all the things that are on the pegboard, or all the little like hooks and stuff and baskets, are from Lowe's, the hardware store. It's American. I don't really know if anybody else in other countries has that. But yeah, let me show you what's on it. These are like little test tube things that go in the pegboard, which I have scissors, a compass, and some various screwdrivers in there. In these little baskets I have tape of various forms and sizes, and as well as a tape measure right there. Here is my ruler, which has a cute little hook which works perfect, and some T-squares and various what are those called? Protractors and stencils and stuff. And like I said, in those purple ones I have hooks, and in these limited edition purple, like, I forget what they're called. I honestly think they were called vintage, which I feel like I keep using the word vintage a lot in this video. But yeah, they're purple, and they're pretty empty right now. But this thing here, which is a great tip for artists who are starting out, it's a skewer for like kebabs and stuff, and you can buy like a pack of them for like $2, and there's like 100 in them. But it's like a sighting stick, so you can use it to measure distance between them. So I keep it there just in case I need to bring it to class or something. My teachers give me them all the time. And in here are just some random things from Art Snacks that I don't really have a place for and I don't really use that much. And let me get on my desk before I move over to that cabinet. Here is some scrapbook paper that I picked up from Michael's today, and I bought it because of this beautiful metallic rose gold. I'm going to make a sketchbook out of that. That's why I have this round edge thing, but I'm going to make a video on it, so that's why I have it sitting here. Maybe a blog post as well. And here I have some fabric and safety pins and stuff because I'm going to make a video on how to make an apron. And I have, look at this, it's the same print as the plate that my friend Mitchell got me. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, that's that. Just usually that's clear, but I just have that out because I want to make a video and have it together already. And here are some paint chips from my palette, which I like to paint with sometimes, so I organize them by color. And then some paper towels that I have to dispose of because oil paint is flammable. And in there are just some pins for my bulletin board. Here's my light pad, which is a light pad 930 by Artograph, which I got on Amazon. And then here is some decor stuff with my iHome and a pencil sharpener. And back here is some cardboard and foam and stuff for me to paint with. And then up here I have some mediums, which are like some vegetable oil, some Gamsol, some Galkid Light, alcohol, brush cleaner, linseed oil, turpentine. This is a paint sample right there that my mom tested out and didn't like. And then that photo is of me and Lewis Watson, who's a British singer. And down here are like my brushes. Over here is like some school. Over here is like some school stuff from my painting teacher, and also some photo inspiration that I printed out. Here are my acrylic brushes. That's some Gamsol sponge brushes, like cheap brushes, tall cheap brushes. Some palette knives, some large brushes. I have ink here. This is regular ink, and that's India ink. And this is some ink from like the Art Snacks. And then I have these little containers that have various mediums in them, which are the mediums from this shelf, just in a smaller container for me to bring on the go. And then over here I have some like posters. This one is from my school, which is kind of hard to see, but it's just like an advertising thing for my school. This is a painting that I'm working on for class, which I'm probably not going to film because, I don't know, it's just a lot of layers and I'm not really anywhere near to being done. But I definitely will post a picture on my social media, so follow my social media down in the description. Let me roll this chair out of the way. That's Starry Night by Van Gogh, if you guys aren't familiar with that piece. Here is a color wheel, which was from another school that I just cut off the school name on the bottom. And there's my inspiration bulletin board, which I have some business cards from my school and a color wheel, a couple pieces, the girl with pearl earrings, and a piece by Gustav Klimt, and some birch tree bark, some wrapping paper that I liked, a ribbon from a show, a Bernie Sanders pin, and just some other random inspiration. This little end table is an antique vintage table, which this comes off, so my paint stays airtight. There's some oil paint brushes and some palette knives that I use to paint with, and my easel has another little easel in front of it that I sometimes use to paint on this desk. And then I have two tripods down under there, which I'll get to the bottom once I get to this desk over here. So on this desk I have I keep my watercolor brushes on here because most often I'm working in watercolor, but sometimes I'll move them over to that shelf where my brushes were. Here is just like some school pencils and stuff. These are like a box cutter, scissors, masking fluid, ruler, and some Vaseline lip product. And then I have my seashells, which I use for mediums, and this fancy pencil. Some color lead by Papermate, pink, orange, and purple. In here I just have my iPad and the viewfinder, some sticky notes, juicy fruit. In there I have like a sharpener with some pencil scraps, and this is a candle from the Target dollar bin. In here I have this old paper towel that I just did a piece with, some water, my to-do list with an eraser on it. This is my MacBook with me in the reflection. Same stuff as my iMac. And this is an underpainting I just did, which I'm probably going to film a speed paint on this. Here I have some chips I just got Panera. This is a banner I'm working on for my channel. This is a book for my niece that I'm doing. It's a school project. She has to do a flat Stanley. This is my watercolor sketchbook that I'm currently... Actually, no, this isn't the one I'm currently working on. This is a new one I just bought, because this is the one with the banner is the one that I'm working on right now. But I wanted to do a more cohesive look with this one, because this one's just random stuff. And under here I have, this is a project I'm working on for a character design. She has to do a journal, so she's a florist, so I got a floral and some floral magazines. And here I have a drawing pad, another watercolor sketchbook, my textbooks for class, some washi tape to make things pretty. This is my journal, like my diary, and this is a Wreck My Journal, and this is a sketchbook that I use for like thumbnails. And down here is my planner and a bunch of school papers, and that shelf's empty, and so is this basket. And I forgot to mention, this basket has like embroidery floss in there. This here is a bunch of like journaling supplies. So there's like magazines and old book cuttings and Easter basket, string, an old planner, some random papers, leaves, confetti, all of the works. I'm not going to open those two drawers because they're so messy. I can't even get them closed, but yeah, it's a bunch of junk, really. I don't think I mentioned, but these are my studio lights that I use for videos. Paper towels, Q-tips, which are great for blending and also for watercolor, and tissues because I'm always sick because I work with kids. This is from Home Goods, so I have my paint organized with little stickers on it, which I can remove. But up here, I got my finger stuck. Up here are some watercolor palettes that I just filmed a video on. Yeah, you can check that out. Up here I have my favorite new thing, my Koi watercolors, and these are the Praying Semi-Moist sets, which I really like. And then these are all my watercolors, which I'm not going to go over because a lot. And this is a new palette that I just got, which I'm going to put these gouaches in, the Reeves gouache. I also have, or maybe I'll put the Winsor Newton because I got these from school, but I haven't used them in a while because I've been oil painting a lot. So yeah, I have the Reeves set and the Winsor Newton Designer Gouache set. So that's exciting. And over here are my neutral oil paints. So I just have I have a few Artist Lost, but I never use those. I use the Gamblin 1980 line or the Artist's Oils by Gamblin. So that's my neutrals drawer. This is my cool tone drawer of oils. This is my, oh my gosh, the only thing I hate about this thing is the drawers like fall. This is my warm tone drawer. These are my neutral acrylics, which I will show you what brands I have, which I have a large variety of them. Sorry, the wires are stuck. I have the Basics Liquitex, some Dick Blick acrylic, artist acrylics. I have the Winsor Newton Galleria acrylics, and I have these random Master Touch, which are Hobby Lobby brands. So nothing like crazy. I'm trying to get that to go in the drawer. I hate the drawers on this, but this thing is really convenient because it's on wheels. I never use acrylics, that's why they're on the bottom. I also have some Liquitex Heavy Body. Like, some of these are from my high school, so that's why they're like random different brands. This is Speedball. So yeah, that's cool acrylics, and then warm acrylics down there. And then at the bottom I have some cups and some palettes, which are not interesting. This palette I actually need to clean out because there's old watercolors in there that I don't like. And I just realized I forgot to like mention what this thing is. This is like my rigged camera setup. My camera like goes up here, which I have in my hand, so that's why you can't see it. But it like, this rotates, so I can, if I'm like over here working or like over here working, I can move it. And yeah, so here is like a canvas slot that my contractor custom built for me. So I kind of told him what I wanted, and he came up with like dimensions and stuff that would work. So these are just where I can slide canvases in, and it's pretty deep actually. So I literally have a bunch. These are basically blank canvases, so I'm not going to go over every size I have. So that's what it looks like. And it has like little dents here, so like I don't have to struggle to get something. And I have some old books in there that I use for like journals and stuff. And that's all old artwork that I haven't sold yet. And here I have some paper that I was required to get for class. And then in here is like these are like a bunch of Canson like drawing paper, and then all this white paper is watercolor Canson paper. These I film my video on, they're just foam board. This is a drawing pad, drawing board. This is a roll of Canson paper. Those are palettes that I use for oil painting. A bunch of cardboard, never throw away cardboard. And then I have these two things, which I plan on painting white or maybe gray to match this. I haven't decided. I got these from a store called Big Lots, which I think is American. They were like $20 a piece, which is great considering the one from IKEA is like $100 something, and it's basically the same but like not as wide. And so I got two of them, and I'll show you what's in those. But first, let's talk what's on top. On here I have like a chill out box, which I use for my summer camp that I run. For when kids get a little frustrated, they can go to this box, and it just has some like rubber duckies, crayons, paper, Play-Doh, some gloves, like plastic gloves, and what are those called? Pipe cleaners. I was trying to think of the name of those. These are some boxes for like gifts and stuff. And here are some old mason jar boxes. This is craft paint, which I use for crafting, obviously. This is an embroidery project I'm working on, which I always keep whatever thread I'm using in that little container right there. So in this drawer I have some artist tiles by Strathmore, some Strathmore watercolor paper. This is a random piece of watercolor paper. Some more watercolor, and a mixed media sketchbook, which I want to start working on. Like, I want to start working on so many sketchbooks, it's bad. In here I have tracing paper, canvas paper, two drawing pads, some random keys, and some Polaroids that like I want to paint over, because I like painting on Polaroids. Excuse me, I just like have the hiccups. In here I have a Blick sketch, a Michaels sketchbook, and a sketchbook I got at TJ Maxx, and these are the Pockets Moleskine journals, which they're cashier journals and they're blank. So those are cute. This is a black paper sketchbook. This is a sketchbook I made at a class, is a bookbinding class, so I made this myself. And this is a Strathmore watercolor sketchbook, which I haven't worked on that much, but I really want to. And here are some frames and palettes and stuff that I want to paint on, and some like plaques, which I started drawing on this one. And in here are like, I've started buying stuff. I've started buying mailing stuff for my shop and stuff, but I haven't put it out yet because I don't really want to give away hints. And in here are like crafting stuff, like doilies and pom-poms and a bunch of other stuff. In here I have like thank you cards and stuff that I like to send to my customers. So I usually get this stuff, like these ones are from the Target dollar bin, but these are from like TJ Maxx and stuff. I like to get thank you cards from TJ Maxx. They're always so pretty. And in here is a bunch of stamping and stickers, which I also use for my shop. And in here is a bunch of scrapbook paper and cardstock, and more scrapbook paper, and these two drawers are empty, I believe. Yep, empty. And there is my shadow box from high school of my cap and gown, and my National Honor Society ribbon, my scholars, what's that called, medal, my Key Club medal, my student council sash, my public relations officer sash, my Chi-M Music Honor Society rope, my National Honor Society rope, my graduation cap that I decorated, and that white thing's my gown, and that's the program for my graduation. Then I have these two cards, which I used to roll around a lot with all my art supplies, but now they're just kind of like, don't really have that much in them. Sorry, I had to fix that. These are my Copics, which I don't have that many. These were a Christmas gift, and I want to get more. And I'd also like to get a box to keep on my desk right here to organize this stuff into. So yeah, I also have the Prismacolor grayscale set, which I really love, and some then random markers from art snacks, some glue stick, and these things. And then I have some glue, drafting dots, my hot glue gun, and these are the window things from like senior year. Some velvet for photographing work, that in a, not like a social media way, but like, you know what I mean. And there's some beads in there. This card I got at Target, if anybody cares, and this one I got at Michael's. In here I have some regular like BHB pencils. This is all different kinds of vine charcoal, which I guess I could organize in a mason jar like that thing I was talking about earlier. Some erasers, some blending stubs. Down here an empty little container, erasers and pencil sharpeners. This is a palette that I use sometimes when I'm on the go. It's just a notebook. Down here is my camera box, or camera case, which no one cares about. A trash can, which is full. My like tackle box, which I carry stuff to and from school in, but there's nothing in there right now. Because all I have is a painting class, which I use to carry stuff in this bag. And in here is my crafting cabinet, which is under, like, to give you a little ratio, it's like, this is where we're at in the room. So these are all notebooks here, blank ones, and some blank paper. And down here is fabric. And up here is like glitter and ribbon and flowers and washi tape and a bunch of stuff that is for crafting, which I'm assuming if you're at my channel you are more of a fine artist. Up here is like some random scrap paper and a box that I want to turn into something. And getting towards the last part of the room is this cabinet here, which I have pencils and colored pencils in, as well as some markers and some random things that are random. And this cabinet over here is like random and hasn't really been organized that well. But yeah, these are some random index cards and some cardstock for journaling. And in here is some concert t-shirts and cardboard. Alright guys, so that was my studio tour. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to expand upon, or any videos that you want me to make talking about any of my supplies or any of my storage solutions. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and do all those YouTube things. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.